I'm about to cross the $1 million mark in terms of profits when it comes to the markets. And nearly up to half of that was actually all payouts from prop firms. But here's the thing, it wasn't always like this. I failed for 4 years before I became profitable. And I also failed 20 challenges before I got my first payout. So it wasn't always like this. There are times I tilted, I did the over trading. I was like kind of pulling my hair out, just having this vision of trading and trying to see this profitability, especially in my early years of the second or third year where I felt like I was doing everything I could, but just not getting the right results. And this is where I love to say about trading is that we can do everything absolutely right, the A+ setup, everything perfect, but lose money. And that's why this profession is one of the hardest ones psychological, because when we win a trade or when we lose a trade, we attach an emotion to it. We attach losing to doing the wrong thing, but in reality is actually the right thing. That's right, even just saying that out loud and listening sounds crazy. So I've done countless of videos of doing things transparently. I did a whole FTMO series from zero to hero. I failed it. I even then passed it and then shared the whole journey, and then I got a payout and then gave that to my mum. I've also done another journey of where we did 2.5 million in funding. We shared all of that also transparently on Twitter. We're currently doing the whole 1 million and 3 million as well. That is shared transparently with you guys. I had a bit of a bad run and a bad start, but that's just part of trading. It's part of life. I'm not going to make it up. I'm not going to change it, because I want to show you the ups and the downs. And what's the best thing is the comeback. But also the best thing is I still have faith, even though I'm in that drawdown period. And now we are bringing something completely different. And this time I'm starting with $5,000 to prove it's not luck. That's right, $5,000 to prove it's not luck. Another thing I actually recently did was I spent 5 days trading live in front of my bootcamp members and shared everything. I've got all the recordings, they were there live, everyone, for those 5 days to share you that result. I did a payout just before that, and then I traded live in front of them and got another payout. This time around, I'm going to record every single trade that I'm going to take over the next 5 days. And the best part of this is going to be on a personal account. Now, I haven't done a personal account in so long, but one of the reasons, and I guess this video is before we even go into those 5 days, I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you my approach, how I'm looking to risk my per trade, how I'm going to manage my positions, a little bit of my psychology kind of entering into this 5 days challenge. And also I'm going to talk about the kind of mindset of where I'm looking to pull out in positions, managing my trades. And I'm going to give all of those recordings completely raw, so just no edits, no cuts, no nothing, so you can watch and learn. And one of the biggest things I've learned back from the bootcamp is from the live trading is the fact that when you see me doing it live, I'm able to share with you a lot of the information when it is in action. So without further ado, let me become one of the most transparent in the space and watch how I make you fucking proud. Let's get to it. This week I am up 1.4k on my personal account. Quite nice, because here we can see losses were consistent, quite slow, had one win, and then these 2 wins set it off. And I always know that when I start on a losing period, it's always great for my mentality, because the hardest bit is kind of over. Literally, it was live trading. 4 of these were sent on live trading, 2 of them were sent on signals. So here is literally me depositing with the transaction ID. Then we basically had all my trade setups, all the reviews of everything so far, the whole playbook, which you can then on Discord, what we have is all the recordings that you can see, which you can play with me entering the trades, exit of the trades, the review of the trades. And basically these were all the positions that I had throughout the week. And then we had this gap, which kind of really set the account over. Last but not least, timestamps yesterday, which you can see on the 12th of June. Today's the 13th of June. Every single one was timestamped, which you cannot fake. So it's all proven. Now, it's $5,100 deposited here. So transaction ID here, number 1, which is here on this TIX ID, and then on here, this was the test payment which I've done. I want to put all of this on this journey here and this journal. So this is the deposits amounts. Now it's in the account, so there was a $1 fee, so now there's 5,098 on this account. This account is going to be documented the whole way for the next month. I said month, but I might even do this for 2 whole months. We're going to document this whole account, trading with $5,000 to prove it's not luck, and to show you everything and how I implement my strategy on a small account. Alongside with this, I will be trading some of my funded accounts, but I think those will be irrelevant for now. We're going to focus on this one account, and on this one account, We're going to documentate every single thing throughout these 2 months, the wins, the losses, wherever this account is going to be. On top of that as well, that's going to be shared on Discord. This whole document you're going to be able to get at the end of the whole series, which is on the course. And we've got the launch off of the Winner Circle Program 3.0, sharing absolutely everything for only £299. Now, there are a few limited spots left, so do go and check it. So if it's available, you definitely enroll in straight away. This is live trading, so we start our live trading tomorrow. Which will be the 9th of June, and you'll get all the recordings of all the live trading. And a bit of an update on the announcement for the Winner Circle program members is make sure that you are aware we've launched the 1.0, the journaling. We've also did 2.0, how to trade full time. We've done the market analysis. All 3 of those sections are updated. We've got section 4 and 5 being updated, and then now we are starting section 6, which is live trading. So all the events are updated here. We've also sent the Zoom link on there as well. And yeah, obviously I'll update my trading plan accordingly, and then we'll just keep up to date on this account throughout the whole month. Now, let's do a market analysis for the week. Now, the first thing in the trades that I'm looking at is I've basically been mentioning this for the past month or two now, and we've basically had a bit of a recap on DXY. Is that we've been trading through in this kind of breakout region here, but failed to make higher highs and really break. We've been playing in this box region for the uncertainty of the dollar index, and then we've also come into the same idea here. So there's no clear definition of what trend or where the market is going for the dollar basket. It's just in that indecision, and the way that we're rejecting this support looks very likely to come in, trade within this region, and potentially retest this high. Now, that's what's imminent. Will that happen is what we need to monitor, and we just kind of need to stay on top of it. I'm also funded with my first futures account, which is pretty cool. So I am keeping on top of NQ at the moment, and I generally expect some new higher highs to be made. So if I just draw some zones in just to kind of catch up, literally if we just break these higher highs, and we should see a continuation. Which brings us onto the main asset we're going to trade for the week. It's actually just going to be 2. It's actually going to be GBP, JPY, and DAX. DAX looks really clean. We just need to get this momentum and this confirmation first. So if I just draw this region here, we basically had a pullback. We bounced through 1, 2, 3 retest on the support, and then a continuation to retest a high. We've flashed a new high of all-time highs, and then we look really good to retest this 2, 4, 500 and potentially push higher highs. If we go on to the daily as well, it's very simple. Like, we've basically retested this previous resistance, which was a support, then flashed all the way, recovered all of that and pushed, and then we've got this momentum to refill the high, and then just looks good to run all the way up to 0.28, which is 25k, which is the whole number of where DAX can be. The next thing I'm looking at is GP JPY. We're on the third touch of this, and what I like to see on the third touch is if we can get a breakout, a retest, and a continuation, so we can just ultimately get some rebuys onto GP JPY. I think this could be some good trades this week and make us some good money, because I really want to target the 198 mark and potentially the 200 mark if I can get an opportunity. So that's kind of the main outlook for the week, which is DAX and GBJPY. Obviously, I've gone through and broken down my mantra, my strategy, and everything, and the full breakdown off of this whole trading plan is in the course. So it's in the first section of the video, breaking down my playbook and also explaining how the whole strategy works. So I hope you guys are ready for the week and ready to trade with me. More importantly, ready to follow me on this journey. I'm super excited. We've got vlogs coming out to basically documentate the whole thing. Alongside with that, we're starting with our live trading. We've just got so much being built, and do join us on Discord on a general chat just to have conversation as an overall. All right. Peace out, guys. See you in the next clip. Welcome back to today is the 9th of June. This is the current trade we have. We've obviously done before and after in the live room trading room. So we've basically on a series right now to show what we can do with 5k USD dollars and what that can turn into. Don't know what the result is going to be, but we're going to find out in the next month or two. Currently in this trade, which we opened up about an hour ago, the time is flying. Live trading 2 times a week, and just going to share every single trade on this account there before and after, updating my trading plan. And one of the things I just want to start off straight away is we've got these goals that you guys are all writing on right now. Like, every single one of your goals that you have is really important for you guys to see. And why? It's because this journal is growth. Now, I'm going to go through, like, Hwai has got his there, but you know what? If we just go through If you, I'm sure he doesn't mind me sharing, is Hwai's journal in and in itself is insane because you can just see the growth that he's had, and that growth is like who he's become and what he's kind of doing. And look at the journal just overall that he's had as an up to date. And this is what I mean. Like from 1 month ago, we've now basically me, Jan, Michael, Anton, and myself have all shared our journal publicly. Now, again, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, sorry, you can see his post, motivation, what he's doing, his daily routine update. Like all of these steps improve you. It's not about like today, you're going to be successful today. It's about all the things you do on a daily basis to help you get to where you want to go to. Again, Jan just getting absolutely up to date with all of his stuff. Anton, Michael got funded, looking at the trades that he's looking at for the week. And then obviously he's taken a week off now recently. Then Anton's getting his trades going, and then obviously you can see all of mine. And you can see all of my journeys before and after with the million funded and just everything. But this is so important. So if you guys do want to make sure you get one, and this is for family members only, only family members can upgrade this because it says it, and I've even had that journal. So you can get a journal, and it's $99 a month. But that $99 a month is for you to commit to yourself and have these. And then after every couple of months or so, we do read them, and then we share some sort of feedbacks. If you don't have a journal, that's why I want to use this thread. Come back to this thread and look at it. Hassan, looking, 3, 4, 6 months times. Are you closer to your goals of retiring your parents and you're happy to give a top life for your child? Are you closer in 3 months' time? Everyone has this fact. This is what I mean, the legacy. Like my mum, like parents, like more time, like everything has that, right? Retire again. All of this is so important. And to go back onto what you guys were saying earlier and just reading this, it's like, look how pumped you are. You guys are pumped, and that's really good. Now, what I wanted to say is, even though you're pumped right now, it's first day, but are you going to be pumped in 2 months? Now, and this is all it really is. Like I come in, set a trade. If you think about it, I came in, looked at a trade, and then now it's an hour later, I'm up like $16. Like nothing really changes. Like I can't do anything. So you have to see the bigger picture and just really grow and focus on yourself. So again, you get to trade with like-minded people. So I think the live really helps. And also you get to hear my mindset and just kind of learn from me. Again, it's kind of crazy because there's no recurring or anything like that. It's less than like $8 a day just to come and learn with me. So it's insane. So I really do hope you guys can share this and just help people understand that. I just want to build a really strong community, and it's down to you guys in here to really share that with amongst your friends and other people so we can have more people getting in here, so more people growing up and inshallah learn to level up together. Learning is the main goal, which I hope today we're really learning, but learning comes from question, learning comes from listening and seeing my experiences. Validate and understand your strategy and become consistent. Becoming fucking consistent is literally just showing up every day and doing the most mundane thing. Enable my wife to retire. Don't worry about the day to day. And yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, even though you don't want to worry about the day to day, Luna, in trading, you kind of it just sets you free and so weird. Like, I don't feel like trading. You don't feel like trading. And the worst thing is, like at the start, we force ourselves to overtrade a lot. This is so cute. Retire my husband. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And obviously, you've got a beautiful family as well, Paula, from our brief conversation. I'd say to you, just make sure you're keeping your journal up to date. Again, let me see. That's good. Again, you could definitely do more, right? There's some gaps there. There's 9 day gaps. Even though you've been traveling, it's cool. You can still write some updates. It's nice to see that. Get your to-do list up to date. It's nice to see you've got an update for your schedule. Put your to-do list in, like this trading plan playbook. Where is this? Put that into your chart. Speaking of which, let me just quickly update. I'll update this in a sec. Yeah, I need to. I'll sort this out in a bit. Basically, I'm just going to clean that up. Just want to be a profitable trader, rent day-to-day expensive and pay for rent. So that's it. We're not really asking for a lot. And you know what? Say this trade hits stop loss of TP doesn't really matter. But let's just say I make $1,000 at the end of the month. That $1,000 is more than enough to pay for rent, pay for some food, and do you know what? Give it to my parents. I'll probably at the end of this series, I'll probably just give this money to my wife and my mum or something, to hopefully inspire you guys. Cool. that's pretty much it in terms of to markets update. Like I wanted buys, but we got into sells. We're in this trade. Whatever happens, happens. I'll record at the end of today. I'll record the update of what the trade did, a quick little breakdown, and then I'll ping the update here on our analysis. So I guess one final update is on this challenge. I deposited that 5.1K yesterday. That was on SimpleFX. And also, actually, just to kind of start this, SimpleFX is the broker I'm trading with. They're actually refunding everyone's course. So if you do want to trade with them, I think you have to trade like 1,000 lots. So it really and truly over GBP/JPY, if you traded like 100 trades, they pretty much just give you that all back. So we're going to get that information solidified out. So if we do, we'll send that into you guys. So if you do want to trade with SimpleFX, it's completely up to you. But that's who I'm trading with at the moment. And I'll be trading with throughout this whole challenge and this whole series. Okay, so I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you have questions once you've watched this, I'm only answering questions from members for the time being because I just have the capacity to do that. Just put all your questions in the questions tab. I'll pick up from your Fibonacci question on Wednesday, and the next live trading session will be on Wednesday. Today, I'll update how this trade went. Tomorrow, Tuesday, there's no trading in general. I don't trade on Tuesdays anymore. Again, that just goes back to the data. I just don't trade Tuesdays anymore, and it also gives me another free day in the week not to trade. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed today as much as I did. I had a lot of fun. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Winner Circle program is from the obviously the 9th of June until the 6th of July, but maybe we'll extend it. What is up, my people? Welcome back. So today's Wednesday, second day of live trading. So what we're going to do is go for a little bit of like a catch up of what we've done so far. I made a mistake, and this mistake I'm going to share with you. Even though I got a W from this mistake, it doesn't necessarily. Oh yeah, wait. Let's just wait for this first. Okay, sorry, just switch up quickly. So right now this market trade is what we're looking at, and this is why it's so hard to live trade sometimes because you have to jump from one thing to another. Look at this. I love this flash drop now. Let's just quickly look. So news, we've got news at 130 USD, nothing to do with euro, so I'm fine with that. Right now, what I'm looking for is just a continuation in this momentum. If we can just have prices below here, and then I'm looking from point A to point B. It's really simple. So I'm just ultimately, what is my goal? My goal is for price to come to here. The question is, will it? So am I going to flash and then continue higher, or are we going to push and continue lower? So I said that in this morning's video. We're at Tokyo low right now. There could be just a rejection and then a push on a higher. I mean, at the end of the day, if we look at 4 hours, this is quite overall quite bullish. So this could just flip and then continue to make new all-time highs. But let's just be patient with it and see if we can get this kind of trade. So this is the trade idea of the day, which I sent already. When I was sending it, we broke. We looked for it for a continuation, but I really wanted to get moving averages crossed over. After moving averages crossed over, look for a continuation onto the downside. Not only continuation onto the downside, I should really slow down. Sorry. It's the main thing I'm looking at is potentially probably breaking here and into just like from Tokyo high to Tokyo low. That's kind of what I'm like focused on. So that's that. Now let's catch up on the trading. Okay, so basically on the 8th of June, I've done a deposit. Okay, I've done a deposit on SimpleFX, and now I want to take this time to announce that everyone who has signed up for the course can have two eligibility with SimpleFX. Now with SimpleFX, what they are actually doing is number one, they can give you for up to $5,000 cash bonus. Number two, you can get the signals for free. Number three, they have now posted it already. You can get a full refund on your Winner Circle program. Alongside with that, what I have done is these are my TX IDs. These are what I've deposited on my trading accounts. And this is what I've kind of had so far. And no, like SimpleFX works with all other countries. It's not only UK, it works with quite a lot of countries. And they're actually bringing in a lot of new countries too. Plus, they've got the new regulations, which they've just changed regulations. So you can kind of trade it from there. Again, you don't have to trade them. You can trade on your prop firm one if you want to. It's just what I'm showing with this time because I've done prop firm on prop firm on prop firm. It's been a long time since I've done personal. And then after I've done this personal journey, I've got some awesome things to kind of catch up with after. So the balance when I started was 5098. Now, this is where I'm going to show you guys the pros and cons. So I basically did something good and something bad. Now, what did I do good? I did good in the trade idea, but I was too obsessed with it again. And this goes back to why I don't really like live trading, because I end up watching it. I know that it just looks too good not to. And of course, it paid out. And this is what happens in the past anyway. Like I would trade these and it will always work. But it doesn't matter if it works or not. It's about the fluctuation that I don't like. And what I mean by that fluctuation is that, let's just say in my trading equity curve in the past, let's just say this is, I don't know, like a 100% gain, okay? 100% gain over however long that period of time is. To get to this 100%, it would be a lot faster, but there'll be a lot of up and downs to get there. Whereas if I was to do the ways that I have now, there's a lot less noise, but and it will take me a lot longer to get there. However, the equity, do you see what I mean? Between these two equity curves, there is nowhere near as much as this disparity, and there's nowhere near as much of a dip, and there's nowhere near as much as like high-low emotions as such to speak, which is again what I'm trying to really promote in the education, is just like, let's just try and take it slow. And look, it's good. Like I'm telling you to take it slow, but I'm also human. I don't do all perfectly, but I do them. It's about the same thing. If you can be consistent and be successful, all you need to do is be consistent 70% of the time. So if you say, I want to be an early riser, like, and you wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, but let's just say on Wednesday you were late, it doesn't matter, because that one day doesn't define you. Just like, let's just say me and my brother, we argued today. I say he smells like shit, and he says, "Oh no, you smell like shit," and we're angry at each other for today. That does not remove all the fun times we've had in the past, all the love that we've given each other, whatever it may be. It's about moving forward and keeping that consistency. It's the same thing with trading. Trading is the same thing where we have to be okay. Look, you're going to make a mistake. It's about being consistent in the long run. So of course, I got rewarded, but I got rewarded on a bad behavior, but it wasn't a full bad behavior. So let me break this down of why I really didn't like it, and you'll see how frustrating this is. So first and foremost, that first entry of this trade was, to be honest, it's a tiny bit early, but the second entry was way better and way like just honestly a lot better of a trade. Now, the reason why the second entry was better is because there was a continuation, and not only was there a continuation, we also had the pattern A. So this first one, yeah, we had a pattern A, and we were looking. This pullback was better. This was the first leg and confirmation. This was the continuation. So the reason why I was re-entered is just this flash wick was just horrible. This flash wick was just a stop loss hunt, and it just honestly enabled an opportunity to retest and a continuation. Look at that. It didn't continue, it didn't pull all the way back, and we've been trading lower, and it looks great to break, and it did exactly that. And then it decided to run even lower, double bottom, and then just pulled away back. And then I didn't trade on Tuesday, so I don't know what happened on the markets on Tuesday. So that's the trade breakdown. And here is obviously every single trade. And throughout this whole session, we're going to do this. Now, you said, how about gold, Frank? I will review gold for you, but I will not trade gold in this process. My goal is just to trade DAX throughout this whole period. I may trade GBJPY. But yeah, DAX is like my main focus for the time being. And also DAX is setting up really nicely, really, really nicely right now. So what we want is moving averages. Okay, I'm going to call it right now. I want this to push lower. Once this pushes lower, I want to pull back and then a pattern A continuation. So just to make your life really simple, guys. So I want a break and then a pattern A. Okay, cool. Right. Any question, guys? All right, time to go through these questions here. Right, I'm gonna go through questions backwards now. Just caught up with today's live recording. It's going to actual drive. I mentioned about SimpleFX, which link in the document, it seems. Here is the link. Do you know what? Before we do that, let's just quickly update this. So today is the So I'm just writing things up. So what is it? Then I'll just put the recording link summary. Then today we reviewed the trading on Monday. Today's trade review, waiting for uh market to follow in favor. Also, I've got the alert waiting already. So I've just set an alert for it to break. And then just a gentle reminder of what I'm looking for on the playbook. So this is the difference, I guess. When we're live trading, you're really seeing like every nitty-gritty detail as a part of it, such to speak. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the overall breakdown from there. And now all we have to do is we just wait. And then what I'm going to do now is just go through oh, some questions that you guys have. So I'll catch up with a Fibonacci question because that will still be it. But do you know what? Today's question, if you got any ones that you want to go on the live, you can let me know. And then what I'm going to do is with all of these questions, I'm actually going to go and film a actual video to add into the course to add basically answer all the questions, even if I've answered it already. So it's all in one area and one place for you all to see and kind of go through. So, oh, nice. Quite a few guys are on online. So, do you guys have any questions at the moment? I mean, right now, in terms of the trade idea, we're waiting to break through. We reviewed Monday's trade. I also checked the news quickly just to see if there was any driving factors today. I've already broken down what I'm waiting for. I also reviewed the trades. Already also talked about the psychology. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is what live trading is kind of about. And it looks pretty good right now. I just want to see this crossover and break. That's all I'm waiting for. It's going to take at least about an hour or something. So in this next hour, I'm just going to do something else. Cool. Okay. Sorry, Warren. That is, even though I said ask a question, can you copy that one into here? Because that is a question that I'm actually going to film for. I'm just going to assume this is you, Warren. Yes, I do use replay mode. I don't know we have a back testing one. So guys, you know the car or Renault, you know when I did the back testing session in boot camp, can you upload that on the video on school for Winner Circle Program 3.0? So the last boot camp, guys, I did a back testing session, so I'll put it on there. Any short questions you can ask in the Zoom, and then anything major we can go through. Could you put into can you put a short position at all in the chart so I can fit? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. That's an easy thing to do. Visualizing is incredibly important. Cool. Does that like little that help you visualize? Shoot for a meeting. Yeah, thank you. Sorry today was delayed, but to be honest, that's kind of part of live trading. I just kind of trade when I want to. I don't really want to force myself and make my day change. Ian looks like he's got a question that he wants me to check right now. So let me read this. If the market breaks above the Asian high, as I know or not, as I know, will not take a downtrend, and the indicators that I saw in the video do not match your trace, for example, I don't understand that question. Sorry. As today, downstairs trade idea, German say same as hard broken, but say, oh, okay. Are you asking if why I'm counter trading? Are you here even, Arjan? Sorry, I want to make sure that might not be speaking to the world. Ariane. Oh yeah, I can see your name, Ariane Islam. Assalamu alaikum. Can you? Are you talking on the family chat? I'm not sure where you're talking. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Why? Cool. Hi, Thailand. Nice. Okay, cool. Ariane, are you there? I'm assuming, are you asking me why I'm counter trading or what will cause the counter trading? Okay, cool, dope. So the reason I'm looking for that, you say like here is on the 10 minutes. You're right, okay. So on the 10 minutes time frame, we've got to kind of push on to the upside. However, if I look onto the 1 hour, what I like on the 1 hour is this is literally right. Got lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, lower lows, and lower highs, lower. Like that is on a downtrend in itself. Look, that should show you clearly the downtrend. So therefore, I'm looking for that sell on that. So then what I'm looking for again is just exactly what you said is like, well, if this is the counter trade, yeah, well, I'm just waiting for this now to come in favor. Hence why if this pushes down and retest, this in and in itself is now continued on to the downtrend. More importantly, one of the rules is the best to trade within Tokyo high and Tokyo low is most of the time they come to low, high, low, high, low, or to retest. These become major support and resistance of the day that we trade between. Does that make sense? Yes. Does that make sense to everyone else as well? Just drop a Y. Dope. Nice one, Ivan. What's up, Wayne? Gajanan. I saw you all here from like 10:30. I got the notification. It's the hungry one. So yeah, this is like the fun part of trading. Like we're literally here just sitting and waiting. There's like nothing we can do. I mean, 12 o'clock bar comes in now. If you really wanted to, there is an entry right now, but that's like an aggressive one. And I'm trying to make sure that this account is profitable. So I wouldn't do an aggressive trade right now. But this is an aggressive setup because we've got continuation, proves my point, wait for the 12 minute, which is in 1 minute, and then we'll continue and push down. But instead, I'm waiting for the second trade. So even though I could get a first trade right now, I'm looking for the second trade essentially. So this just shows that there's so many opportunities within the day to trade. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. The Q&As I'm going to answer later this week. We've got more updates on the course coming as well. And yeah, I mean, so far I don't know how much we're up $84. Cool. That is my lunch for the week. So happy days. All right. So my hair is crazy. It was nice seeing you guys all. We'll be back on Monday for our next live trading session. I'm also traveling. We are completely moving, so I can actually announce that now because things are just a lot safer and better. And yeah, I mean, in terms of market updates and trade updates this week, if I do take any, I'll share them all within the Discord group. And then on top of that as well, next week we'll continue the live trading. And then once I settle down, I might continue the Winner Circle program for one extra month as an absolute bonus for all of you guys. And then I think I haven't done one in a long time in September. I might just do another boot camp as well. So let's just keep trading slowly, keep being patient. As much as it's fun to just take a trade every single second and every single day and wait for it, let's just be patient and wait. And then we'll take it from there. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Peace out, everyone. And right now we're looking really good so far on this challenge. There is up 1.4k. Yesterday's trade, which we sent. So if I had to send this, basically you can see here. This was a trade I sent on a signal. So for now, all pretty much Winner Circle program members can have access to this. All you need to do is just go open one trade on SimpleFX. They've basically sponsored it. They are also refunding the course as well, which we'll be releasing details later. So we had this massive gap, which basically paid us like overly, I believe. No, actually hit the take profit perfectly. Considering our original TP was around the 600 mark, it ended up dropping another further 200 pips. So then on Discord, I sent this trade yesterday. This was a TP update literally yesterday at 8:16, and then here was the trade and the signal, and then obviously all the recordings that we kind of sent through, and the whole live trading. So far we've done around 4 trades which were live, and then 2 which are signals, which is okay for me because I'm quite happy keeping this updated. It's very hard for me to consistently sit there the whole day, because I was waiting for that trade, whereas now I can kind of update you with all of these trades in general. So every single trade has been these shorts which I've been waiting for. Again, yesterday's video was just breaking down this analysis where I'm just focused on the shorts, and to be honest, this is more than enough. This is done for the week. I'm not trading anymore. It's Friday, so we just close it off and then come back. I'm going to update my trading plan. I'm going to talk about it and review it on Sunday, and then once I do that, I will let you know. Also, I'm just kind of preparing for my move to Dubai, so I just need to be, I'll probably take it easy a little bit next week, but never forget we've nearly done that 2K challenge already, so we're just going to keep going. Cool, so it's just a really quick trade that I've just entered into a sell right now. I'll quickly show you the breakdown of the trade, looking for that continuation and that pattern A literally right here, and then looking to have that push to retest that low. So we've had that gap, we've had the pullback. This looks really good. If I'm honest, this looks like it could make a new lower low. And you can tell we're already running in profit. One little tip is I've actually done a smaller position, because why? I've actually killed it this week. We've already done like 1.4k, which is like 25% ORI, which is kind of nuts. So there you go, live account, everything documented, and this is the before.